Hello, I'm Lady J from Your Reality Readings. I am here to introduce you to the, what I would call it, bedroom tarot. And I think you know what I mean. It's discussing some of the, let's say, bedroom activities with couples, with singles, with any pair, maybe even threesomes. Who knows with these days what it'll bring you. In the description box below, there is my information, a little bit about me. I would appreciate any comments or feedback that you have about this series of videos I will be doing and addressing all of the zodiac signs, the 12. I thought it would be an interesting subject in dealing with people that are, let's say, involved. This applies to everyone that has a sexual partner, basically. Doesn't matter the gender, doesn't matter. Sex is sex, and the kind of sex that you have. We'll be discussing what your partner likes, what you like, and if there's issues in the bedroom, there will be a suggestion, some advice to kind of help you pick up where you left off or go back to the beginning when it was nice, or how to spice it up, that kind of thing. And even better, knowing what your partner actually like and may want you to do. So let's get started. We're going to do, if I didn't say it, check the box below. Please like and subscribe and hit the notification. I am a fairly new channel, so I'm not going to do everything always in order, but I will try to be clear and try not to leave no stone unturned or keep you here all day trying to define every meaning of the cards, because these cards, I'm working basically with a new combination of decks. I will address your sexual nature, your partner's sexual nature, what you desire from your partner, what your partner desires from you, what you're giving sexually, and what they're giving to you sexually. And then the last three cards, because I will flip the camera down where you can see it, it will say what kind of sex you're actually having. It'll describe that with the tarot. Number 8 card, I will identify each card number. I'll let you know what's yours and what's theirs. Number 8 is a doozy. It's going to either determine how y'all feel about the love making that you're currently doing or your performance. And number 9 card will describe if what you can do to make it better, or maybe you just already got it going on. But let's see. Aries the Ram. Let's start off with the first one will be about you. And I'm going to turn this camera down to my table. Let's see if you can see everything. And this is my phone over here. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to try to move it as close as I can get it so you can kind of see. I hope this works. This is kind of my first time really working with the angles. The first row is basically about you, Aries. The second row is about your partner. And the third row is basically the outcome. And this last card where I pick is the solution. The dice is a 9. 5 representing a change. Maybe not so easy of a change, but a change. And 4 is about the stability, feeling safe. Maybe where the relationship once was, maybe it just kind of got, let's say, not a lot of changes. But The 5 is definitely a change, and then with them together equals a 9, which also can determine a possible ending of something in your relationship. Maybe a transformation is in order, which I have down here as a 5. And the 5 does mean in sexual tarot, it's about transforming or making changes in a relationship. But also we both know, we recognize 9s as something that's ending, or like judgment, it needs to be readdressed. Starting with the first card, we have the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords, Aries, represents you. This is telling me, and make a long story short, there's a mountain in front of you and a dim moon. So there's some confusion. There's some big old challenge right here. I like to say a challenge. There's 3 swords on the ground, so that means definitely 3 swords in the tarot is someone is brokenhearted. Here, there with the 2 swords, there's a decision that needs to be made, Aries. And it's a decision that you have been putting off for quite a while. Now, I'm going to read just the first one, and then we're going to come back to the second row. The next card is the 3 of Swords, which, you know, there's sorrow. There's a lot of arguing going on, and there is someone that has a broken heart. And it looked like it's you, Aries, that is suffering from a bit of a heartache. A deep one at that. And you know that you have to make a decision that you see the truth, but you're not sure that you want to make the decision right now. This card here is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles represents the home front. They're grounded. They are slow moving. In this case, in the reverse, the Knight of Pentacles is not making any moves at home, because they're basically a homebody too. They believe in taking care of home and everything that's in it. They take care of their families. They're very responsible. But in this position, they're being stubborn and they're not budging. And they haven't yet decided what they were going to do about the situation, since they're not putting any energy in the relationship at the moment. So they're standing back, kind of contemplating what to do. Now, that's the current position of where you stand. And then we'll come back and address the underlining, let's say, your sex life under this. Your partner is embodying the energy of the food, which I think this picture speaks a lot for itself. But this partner is taking a leap of faith, taking a chance, taking a risk, headed towards, and I would say on my table, they're heading for a new beginning, and finances as well. But they invested a lot of themselves in this new beginning, or I would say they're going to take a leap of faith on a new beginning with you. Even though you're both are not on the same page, and as you can see, there's an X in the heart, and the Lover's card is in reverse, which that's your 6 that's being in. You're not harmonizing, you're not agreeing, you're disagreeing, you're connected, I would say, spiritually, but there's a lot of confusion and a lot of misunderstanding going on right here. But your partner want to take a chance and start over from the beginning to see if your partner is very interested in trying to fix it. in the last row, and I'm going to put these cards over here, because like I said, I had to get a lot of things straightened out. We have the last row, which means what sex is like between you and your partner. Right here we have a Knight of Swords. And of course, you see Knights of Swords are impulsive, they're fast, they rush in. In a sexual definition, that means hit it and quit it. They do a lot of talking in bed and a lot less love making. Sometimes they'll try to avoid it. But if they have to do it, it's kind of like a one hit wonder. They boom, bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. And if they're not living with you, they'll make some lame excuse. I got to go to work in the morning. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll talk to you next week. But they are kind of detached and somewhat dominating in bed too. They like to give orders. That could be for you or either your partner. The sex is very detached. Is very, I would say, not love making, but you know, it's an activity to this person. When you got the King involved, that's even worse, because this one is like the King of Swords, you know, very calculating, thinker, a communicator. These air elements, I would say, are very verbal in bed. They like to say my name, kind of narcissistic if you got a king in between you, a king attitude, a king source attitude. They're about themselves, satisfying themselves, similar to the knight. Very I call them selfish lovers here. It's like, do this to me, do that to me, say my name, call me daddy, call me mama, suck my toes, kiss my butt, you know, is what you do for them. They do not care about really satisfying you. And the only reason that is because your relationship is going through some changes where there is no true and real communication between you. Even though you got all this swords right here, there's no talking about the passion. And you know that wands represent passion. There's no passion in the love making. So now, overall, due to the fact that your relationship is being challenged by probably finances, if you're living together, or there's not enough romance or not enough finance to have a romance. But there's some disagreement, and we're going to find out why you're disagreeing, because whatever you're disagreeing about, it is affecting the activities in the bedroom. Perhaps when you started, the love making was not one-sided, but right now, Aries, you got one-sided sex, if you're having any at all with your, I would say, with your partner that you're actually committed to. As for singles, this is just your regular lover. You might have issues with just a, how would you say that, friends with benefit thing, and side pieces. All this affects everybody that's doing the do, feeling the fire. All right. Now, the card that covers the two of swords, the five of swords, which is arguments, and of course, Aries, apparently you win all of the disagreements. You see the fire there. It's a heated environment that you're in. You practically, and this is the what? This is the Knight of Pentacles at home. You know, I kind of picture you and your mate like this. It's almost like somebody has to get a little drunk to get it on. And then just to look at it, there's something that's in your eyes, Aries, that lets me know that your body might be there with your partner, but your mind is on the other side of town. When I look at this, it looks like you might have to go through a little bit of romantic celebration, and it looks like the partner is getting intoxicated. It's kind of erotic because it's showing dominance here, and it shows that you're a dominant lover. Here, speaking to some of our masculines out there, the Ace of Wands deals with, you know, the long stick, strong penis. Oh, I didn't mean to say that. I would say a very confident and strong lover. Both female and male Aries are very competent, very strong lovers, can hang in there practically all night long. So this is over the heartbreak. So the heartbreak has something to do with your sexual activities. And it's a 1, so it's something that is, I would say, a leader, a head, a topic, a number 1, a beginning, not a beginning in this case, but a strong number 1. It's a priority that's going on in your life right now. And then we have Justice. Represents also karma, but at the same time, balance, fairness, equality. But in this case, there is some scales in her hand over here, and there is a sword of truth right there. So we have balance, or Aries, you're probably considering it's time to tell the truth. You got to make a choice here. And I look like the truth will be coming out. Even though you're you have, again, the Knight of Pentacles, which is doing nothing towards the relationship. You're not putting no work in. You're not even making a move. You just standing there, just going with the flow of everything. So this first row is telling me you're tired of arguments. It looks like your heart is hurting just as bad as possibly your partner, or it's a disappointment of some sort, or maybe something more. And Justice, where you're feeling that you need to be fair and truthful about something. Your partner's position, when I first turned the card, it's like this person wants to take a leap of faith or get on a new journey and do their own thing, you know. But top with this card, this is applying to Aries that's most likely have a committed relationship, possibly married, living together, but has a child involved. Whereas your partner wants to work on trying to keep you all together with the child involved. A lot of prayers are going out. It's a 2, even though this is like a 20. For judgment, this partner wants a second chance due to your family commitments, and not just a child. A child can represent just one of your obligations. There could be other obligations when you're dealing with an ace. It could be property investments or things that you've done over a period of time that took both of you all to create. Your partner is thinking about being spontaneous, trying to work on discovering who you all used to be. Your partner doesn't play around. Your partner enjoys what I call discovery sex. They like it when you touch them one spot at a time. They like to do that to you, and they like that to be done to them. And looking at both of these cards here, you both, before things got a little rough around the edges, y'all were spontaneous in your activities sexually. Your partner was always surprised you. Like, you could be taking a shower and then all of a sudden your partner comes in from work, take their clothes off and jump in the shower with you. Or your partner is fixing dinner and then all of a sudden you turn out to be the meal. This partner likes to give pleasure. They love to give pleasure. They're not the type that play around. They are not very petty, but they enjoy discovering new ways of approaching you in a more creative manner. Your sex is seriously addictive, intoxicating, wild, erotic with the devil. It's kind of like you're both addicted to each other and you're bound to each other with the Lover's card. You may not agree on a lot of things, but this right here is dominating the relationship, or at least it used to. The devil represents short-term pleasure, but also long-term pain. I mean, when you're in the bedroom, y'all are both Superman and Superwoman, but once you step out of that room, you're right back here disagreeing with each other, and yet you are spiritually tied. This is this is the Lover's card, so you know that's a major arcana. But right now we're talking about some of you that are in separation. But the devil energy sort of keeps you all bound to each other. Now, the results is this hand talks about the type of sex that you are currently dealing with the Knight being here, and then you got the Knight of Wands, which we all know that when the Knight of Wands is turned down, these cards literally mean the same thing. Short-term pleasure with long-term pain. The sex has been detached, but when you got the Wands in it, then it's still passionate, but you might last an hour here. Still real passionate. I mean, passionate with this the devil energy involved. And this is a wand too. It's passion, fire, feeling the fire. It's just like you work real hard for that first round. And after the first round, you're done for the night. With the let's see what I say. Grading it, how good is the sex or how bad is the sex? This is where you stand at the moment. Someone dominates the King of Swords energy, which can be me, I, satisfy me first. You know, say my name, kiss my toes, suck my toes, go give me some wine, come back, do me. But what about you? What about your partner? Or is this your partner? This is either one. I do not know. I was not there. Who loves to give orders like call me daddy or call me mama. Do me, baby. With the Page of Cups covering this card, which means it's a very dry, detached sex where only one person is getting satisfaction. With the Knight of Cups here, this is the Knight of Chalices. I'm sorry. That means a lot of passionate conversation, a lot of emotions are not even being displayed during lovemaking. It's just about the F word here with the ing on the end. Nope, no emotion, not even passion here. This is just like, get me off, get off. You heard that song, get off. Get off, you know. I think that was Prince. Prince was like that big drum beat, boom, 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 get off. That's all this is. This is getting off. And it looked like somebody's having fun, but both parties are not involved. I mean, one party is having all the fun and the other one is just going through, okay, I'll do you first. When is my turn? Well, with the knight in play, who is nothing but with these two together, this is all game. This is mastering the game. They make up some excuses. They're communicators. And somehow or another, they get out of not satisfying you, or you are not satisfying your partner. And the results, the advice is, you all need to put it on the table and speak the truth. Things are just being stagnant. It's kind of like you're dragging the inevitable, because you're at a point where you're not communicating. And of course, going in the wrong directions, y'all not even, how can I say it? You're not looking eye to eye. Y'all don't even look eye to eye in bed. It's kind of like turn off the lights and it's all skin. There is no passion in the relationship, let alone communication. We got a 4 covering the 8 of Wands in the reverse. Nobody going places, not traveling, nothing. It's just still. Just like the reverse Knight of Pentacles. Nobody's putting the work in anymore. And this is a 4 of, what we got? We got a 4 of chalices here. In the typical tarot reading, this just means unappreciation and dissatisfaction. It looks like a partner is speaking to the other partner, but someone is turning their head and not paying attention. So it's not about if they love you or not or anything like that, but the end result with the 5 being here, and I meant to remind you, the five of Pentacles often means somebody shuts the other person out and don't give them a chance to speak their piece. But in looking at the picture and the meanings of this in a more love-making way, it's about, this 5 is about changing the relationship, and maybe someone is willing to make a transformation. The transformation in this relationship is that, Aries, your relationship has someone being wrongfully stubborn and not being fair. And with the 5, let's say the 5 of Pentacles, shutting a person out, whether it's you or your partner, this is just not the way to handle it. There's a lot of heartache in this relationship. And with a strong pentacle in the center, it's been going on almost near the beginning of your relationship. This stuff started right away. But it looks like you're more than compatible with the devil energy. But there's nothing happening in the emotional department. The passion is as good as it gets here. In fact, it's out of hand. But I think it was kind of like you all just dove in the bed and forgot about the rest of the persons that you truly are to one another. And it looked like it's about compatibility out of the bedroom. But let's see. I must find out where's Where is the love? Let's see. Does this relationship have a chance to survive? It says with the 5 here that you will be transforming your lives. I do not see any infidelity or any of that kind of a cause. I think it's compatibility. And one partner dominates the other and does not give that partner a chance to express their truth. The other partner, which one it may be, you Aries, the one that gives in to the dominance of your partner or vice versa, if you still want to hang in there with your partner, definitely wants a second chance. They want to take a leap of faith. They're trying to be understanding. They're trying to be attractive. They're not in the mood to play games, though, but I can say this. It's a 9 on the dice for this relationship. So if someone don't take a step in communication and facing the truth right here, because you're holding 2 swords in your hand, Aries, it's time to sit your partner down and make this thing right. And if you feel that the thrill is gone, then at least try to part friends, because you got a 9, so that's endings. Can this be prevented? Most definitely. If you can take it back to where it was and do it over again with the Judgment. Your partner wants to talk to you about that. They don't want to lose you. And they want you to bring back that passionate love you used to have. And with judging by the fact that Aries, it looked like you're the one you got a 3 of Swords here. And I only got 1 3 of Swords, but I always know it's 3's a crowd here. Or I can't even put that in there. Because that third sword, it don't always necessarily mean that you think that your partner in love with somebody or you in love with somebody. I just looking at this, it just look like you all just ran into one of those pivotal turning points in a relationship where it needs some changes. I think you got used to a routine and somebody's probably really bored, because if you got the Fool right here, this is an adventurous individual. Your partner's very adventurous. And maybe it's them that's feeling a little empty, a little lonely. And for those that have children involved, or if you're a family, that's definitely what you call a problem with boredom here. But the passion is still very strong. But whatever you're disagreeing outside the bedroom with the lovers in reverse, you got to work that out. You see that heart with the X on it? Whatever that's happening in your reality, because love making and stuff is fantasy. You got to get that straightened out. And not just, like I said, with those that have children with your partner, but with those that have certain obligations and responsibilities with your partner. Now, in case of infidelity in a relationship, since the presence of this big old red, well-defined 3 of Swords, that is really red, and it's got fire up under it. So, oh God, you can almost feel that. That's intensity. And I can even look at this as a third party as well. and there's a truth that needs to come out. But it looks like Aries, you're the one that's hurting in the heart. I think that is both of you hurting, and I think it's outside interference that's spreading you out, you know, like real life. I'd say, you know, let's see what the cards say. Ooh, we got justice again. I think it's you. Illusions. We got the 7 here. Fantasy. And it's upside down. You feeling like you're being a fool. Okay, I got that. And you got this Hierophant here who wants a separation or a breakup. So I think you're ready to leave, Aries. You got some truth, and you feeling like this is like justice. It's going to be justice. You got justice written all over this. So I don't know if to look at you as the victim, whereas your partner, wants to move forward with the relationship. They're very optimistic. They feel that they don't want to go. So it looked like, oh my goodness, we got a 6 of swords. Well, we turn it this way for you. This is about somebody taking a trip, or they're moving to what you say calmer waters, leaving a situation behind. But in reverse, your partner wants a second chance and they ready to stick it out. If they had left you, they came back, or they are coming back for a new beginning. And they saying that they discovered some new things. But for those that partner that had left them, they will be returning with new creative ideals. With the Wheel of Fortune being in their favor, they are very optimistic that this is going to work out. For those with children involved, this just telling me your partner's coming back with a new approach to everything. So the change will be with them. You got a Page of Swords here. Little immaturity there. May even be younger than you. Don't know. But they got a big sword in their hand. And I believe, Aries, you're going to be forced to listen to this person. And they're confident and they're ready to, the sword is bigger than the person. They're getting ready to lay some for real truth down on you. They've been checking you out really close. I'm not going to leave the fact that they're a very investigative energy here. So if you were doing anything, they're basically checked it out and they got some facts to present to you when they do return. In case, I like to say this with the 6, it can be someone is sleeping on the couch and the other one is in the bed. Or somebody went home to mother. Oh, that goes on. How you got over there? But right now, the relationship is taking a 5-minute break. Overall reading also was the 4 of Swords. But these swords are all sticking up and got wolves surrounding this body. And this person is like afraid to move because these are hungry wolves. So at least he's resting, but being surrounded by negative energy, I would say, or a hostile environment that's going on in your home or in your relationship. Temperance says patience. We all know it's patience and it needs work, and it's saying that the relationship, this is about good and bad sex. This is going to heal. It's going to, the attitudes and things that's going on in the bedroom is going to heal or transform into something. It is a 5 though, so, and it's a 14, but I just added quick. But that's a 5. The bedroom action is going to change, but the question is into what? You got a 5 over here, it means transform. So it means the passion is so great in this relationship. Ain't gonna, we got 3 of Pentacles. Y'all just need to work it out, and y'all need to stop being stubborn, because when the earth signs, these are earth energies, when they're upside down, they're not grounded individuals. And right now this person is refusing, or both of you are refusing to work together to make that transformation happen. Well, that's 41 minutes. Probably kind of cut it short, but y'all have very much erotica sex, but right now the stuff is taking a rest because of the environment that you're both in. You see that you're laying low and you're surrounded by wolves, and you got swords there by the wolves, so I don't think no one's talking. You're not working together. Chances are you're not even sleeping in the same bed. But when it was good, it was good. And whenever you do it, somebody is the boss. And that means one side, only one person is getting something out of it. And even then, it's just physical. So that's it for tonight. I think it can work out, but try not to let sex be the head of your life. You both look like you need to learn to like each other as people, and maybe with the Wheel of Fortune, which that's something that the heavenlies are giving you, probably will give your partner the blessings and the luck that they need to try to help you heal whatever is hurting you in the heart, Aries. But you got Temperance on your side, so there's some healing in process, and maybe you all can approach this whole thing, first of all, financially. You know, this deals with money too, but it's still a new beginning. It's love and happiness and finance, but I don't know if that is the problem, but it doesn't seem it is on your partner's end. But we can't leave it out. There's a lot of couples fight over finance, especially the ones that are living together. And then somebody, and I have to say this, maybe the broken heart, Aries, is that the partner is probably walking into a new opportunity, and maybe that partner is leaving. Maybe that's what's going on, because I did get 2 set of 3s, and that is a third energy, unidentified. It's not telling me for sure, but if you got a broken heart and there's 2 sets of 3 of Pentacles, and we got the, what was the other 3? But I know I had one at the top, the 3 of Swords, then it can indicate somebody thinks somebody's playing around. That's all I'm going to say about that. But there is a possibility that in this scenario that the partner or yourself is want to take a chance on something different. Different in some of you in the relationship who still want to hang in there and try to work on compatibility, and not somebody being a slave master relationship, but learn to work together on equality is one thing, but communication is number one in all relationships. And Aries, if you want to hold on to your relationship, or if you're the one that wants to, if you're the partner that's trying to, I don't know how to say this, but if you want to still keep this going, It's time to quit being stubborn, because I got stubborn on your end. You're going to have to let those walls down. Your partner's already willing. And on the other scenario, if there's a family involved, most definitely, because I saw a child with some of you. The other one, I think I'm naming 3 scenarios. It looks like the partner is taking a leap of faith, a new journey to a new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles. And that could mean this partner is like going out the door. And maybe that's why your heart is broken, because they could be leaving you, Aries. The other scenario, this partner may be trying to keep a leap of faith on you and want to try new things. So either they're leaving you for something new, or it could be you leaving them for something new. Only a cross watcher would know, wouldn't they? So this is good night. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. There will be other readings of this nature, but I think a lot of people are clicking on to find out what their partner like. Your partner likes an unselfish lover, and they like to dominate sometimes. They like to be spontaneous, and when they do, let them run it. Bye-bye.